Okay, where we left off was, so we created our engine as a class library. We created our game example here as a MonoGame project. So let's do this. Let's wrap game. Okay, that way we can get rid of all the user having to do all of this stuff. Deal with initialization, or even call something like input update, right? Or even call this graphics device unclear. Let's hide all of that, and let's kind of steal a Unity thing where you're just gonna have some default functions like start and update, and we'll add draw too. So what we want to do is create a new class in our engine. Let's call it game manager. Okay, let's make that public class game manager, and have this inherit from game, right? And so we gotta do using Microsoft.xna.framework. And let's go back into our game example, main game, and just cut and just take everything out. Put it in our game manager class. We'll add a reference to graphics here. And we gotta change the constructor to game manager. And cool. We don't know what keys is because we don't have input. But actually, we want this in here. So let's just paste that comment out for now. What we gotta do now is make this an abstract class, because what we're gonna do is we're gonna force every game to have start, update, and draw. So you have to have it. No body. Start. Oops. Abstract. Void update. And that might be a problem actually. Oh no, it won't be. Okay, cool. So now anything that inherits from game manager has to have that. So if we go back to main game, and we inherit from game manager, it's gonna yell at us. So we have to do public void start. Oops. I don't know. Do we have to do override? I can't remember. Yeah, so we have to do override. And the reason Unity doesn't have to do that, do an override, is because Unity uses reflection, where it just actually looks at the file and it looks at the name of the function. Which, if we did like scripting, we probably would do something like that, and maybe we will end up doing that. But for now, we got this. And now, going by. Now these are happy, or this is happy, our class, and we can actually take this and put it back and update. And yeah, no problems here. But now we gotta implement these. So let's go to load content, and we'll call start after that. For now, we might want to switch that later, and here we'll call update, and we'll call draw. Nice. Now these actually work. just positive about this. Yeah, it looks good to me. I don't know. Let's try it. Let's see if the game closes. Okay, we got our game, and I'm pressing escape, and it closes. Nice. So now we don't even use these, and we actually just use this class for this keys, you know. Can we extend that? Can we do like public, you know, keys, Microsoft.xna.framework.input.keys. Can you extend enums like that? No, you can't. So yeah, let's forget about that. Whatever. That's fine. Cool. So that's pretty sweet. Now, next step here is to, I guess we'll draw something to the screen, huh? Well, let's add some settings. And we'll set up, and that means we'll set up our sprite badge. Yeah, let's, first of all, first setting, let's add our background color. And let's just say color, PG color equals color.black. And actually, we'll probably want to do text first. We'll do text first. Yeah, we'll swap this out with PG color. Can we make that public? Let's make this public. Yeah, I might as well make it public. Okay, now we can say, you know what? Let's extend our input class a little here. Public pool was pressed. And we'll say, return keys dot is key down. Oh, I'm gonna pass key here. Key dot is key down key, right? And last keys dot is key up. And this is the reason we want last keys, so we can do stuff like this. Key. And gotta make that static. And let's copy it and do the same thing called was released. Reversed, right? So change this to last keys, this key down, and this frame are the keys up. Now we can go into here, and this will read much nicer. Input dot was pressed keys dot escape exit. Okay, cool. Now let's add some text input. And I say we do that by adding a class here called yeah, let's cut it there. That's a good place to stop. I like that. That's our game now. We barely even use XNA. The only place we're using it is this keys thing here. That's pretty good. So